I'd like for you to speak a little bit about your journey and in terms of the people that are growing their careers, maybe give that gives them some goals, some thought process in terms of how they maneuver and grow, and then certainly from a leadership standpoint, people that are watching, being a little bit more open to the skill sets, because from my perspective, I mean, you don't have a science, a lot of times, science degree, engineering degree, you have a different degree from that standpoint. And I think there are people that would certainly have missed out on you, particularly when you were in marketing. They would never have considered you for regulatory. And I mean, you've had an incredible career and you're going to continue to bring great value from that standpoint. So I'd love for you to speak and share a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So that is true. So my basis in I actually by accident wound up at this very small startup company making blood processing devices, and by fate, happenstance, whatever you want to call it, and that was almost 25 years ago. And then I started working for the CEO. But the great thing about that was that it was more like a mentorship with him, because we're such a small company, and anything he couldn't turn on a computer. He could design, first of world blood processing devices, but he couldn't use a computer. So everything that came out of that office came through me. So, and I was young, I was hungry, and so I read and soaked it up like a sponge. Everything about investor relations, about VCAP money, about so all the roadshow presentations, but also working with key opinion leaders, about working on public policy and advocacy on key health issues. We were involved in all of that. And I never would have had that experience if I had focused, say, solely in chemistry or biology or some other field. I don't regret it in any way. And then I got additional graphic communication certifications because I really liked the policy work. I liked I was interested in what what made people buy things, and the messaging and the psychology, and it was very interesting. So that's what I got into marketing, did Marcom for several years, did product labeling, and then that's how I got into regulatory. So like many people in regulatory post like 10 years plus in the business, they kind of fell in it. They tripped over a rock and fell into regulatory affairs and from some other place. And it could be operations, finance, quality, marketing, you name it. And so to freeze people out because they don't follow some cookie cutter pathway is just, well, I think it's sad, but beyond that, it's just not necessary.